Imagine for a second that you are a ring-tailed lemur in the forests of Madagascar. To make friends, you can't just say hello, you have to physically groom your peers, picking bugs out of their fur hours a day just to say, we are cool, we are a team. It is exhaustive work.
But humans, we hacked the system. We developed a way to groom each other from across the room without touching and with way less effort. We call it small talk.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Leo and Emma English. I'm Leo.
And I'm Emma. We're excited to continue our topic from the previous episode, Small Talk, Part 2. Today, we'll go deeper into natural phrases, smart reactions, and tricky situations.
Part 1 was all about the basics, how to start a conversation, how to keep it flowing. But in Part 2, we're giving you more advanced, real-life tools. And honestly, we are going to look at the science behind why this stuff matters. It is not just about filling silence.
Exactly. These phrases help you sound natural, confident, and friendly, especially at work, parties, or when you meet someone new. So, Leo, let's dive right into the mechanics of conversation. What is the biggest hurdle our listeners face once they have actually said hello?
It has to be the pivot, transitioning between topics naturally. I think of conversation like a game of chess. You can't just move a piece anywhere. There are rules. If you jump from talking about coffee to talking about a deadline without a bridge, you violate what linguists call the maxim of relevance. It jars the listener.
Right. It makes you sound erratic. But there are easy linguistic bridges, phrases that signal to the brain, okay, we are turning a corner now. The most classic one is, by the way.
Classic, but let's add some variety. If something they said sparks a new thought, you use, speaking of that. This validates their previous point while letting you steer the ship. Another great one is, that reminds me.
And if you want to circle back to the main subject after a tangent, you can say, while we're on the topic.
Let's use them in a mini dialogue to show how this pivot works in real time.
Sure, I'll start. I finally tried the new cafe near the office.
Oh, nice. Speaking of cafes, did you hear they opened a new bakery next door?
Smooth transition. Not too direct, not too awkward. You acknowledged my statement, but used speaking of cafes to slide us over to the bakery topic.
Precisely. Now, this leads us to the second dimension, reaction. In 1923, the anthropologist Bronislaw Malinowski coined a term for this, phatic communion. He basically argued that spoken words in social situations aren't always about information. They are about bonding. When someone tells you news, if you just stare at them, you break that bond.
It is terrifying when that happens. You feel so rejected. But native speakers rarely say just, oh, really, 100 times. That sounds robotic. You need what linguists call back-channeling, noises and phrases that show you are still tuned in.
Here are some natural reactions that offer high emotional value. No way, that's cool. Or, oh, wow, I didn't know that.
I also love, that's interesting. It validates the speaker's intelligence. Or if they share a personal win, good for you.
And for something surprising, try, seriously? That must have been fun.
Let's demonstrate. I am going to give you a piece of life news.
Okay, hit me.
I started learning Italian last month.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. How's it going so far?
See? Warm, natural, not too formal. And you did something crucial there, Leo. You didn't just react, you pivoted immediately into a question.
That is the secret sauce. This brings us to point number 3, asking follow-up questions. There was a fascinating study published by Harvard researchers, Huang and colleagues, called It Doesn't Hurt to Ask. They analyzed thousands of conversations, from speed dating to online chats.
I read that study. The results were staggering. They found that people who ask more follow-up questions are perceived as significantly more likable. It signals responsiveness. If you forget everything else from this episode, remember this. Small talk continues when you ask follow-up questions.
And it takes the pressure off you to be interesting. You just have to be interested. Here are some easy structures to hack that likability. how come, which is a softer, friendlier version of why.
Or investigate their motivation. What made you decide that? Or check their emotions. How do you feel about it?
If it is a story, keep them moving. What happened next? Or check their habits. Is that something you do often?
Example time. You start.
I'm thinking of joining a gym.
Nice. What made you decide that?
Boom. Conversation continues. Suddenly, I am opening up about my health goals, my schedule, maybe my stress levels, all because you asked 5 words.
Now, we have to address the elephant in the room, the cliche, the one topic everyone makes fun of, but everyone uses.
Talking about the weather. In the UK, this is practically a national sport. But historically, talking about the weather served a survival function. It's a neutral topic. It's a safe zone where 2 strangers can agree on reality without conflict.
Yes, weather is classic small talk, but you can make it sound more modern and natural. You don't want to sound like a meteorologist.
Right. Instead of, the weather is nice today, try adding some emotion to it. It's such a perfect day out, or it feels like spring already.
If it's cold, seek solidarity. It's freezing today, isn't it? Or express surprise. I didn't expect it to be so warm.
And here's a fun one. I wasn't prepared for this weather at all.
That works in any season. It shifts the focus from the sky to your personal experience of it, which is much more engaging.
Let's move to a higher stakes environment, small talk at work. This is where people get nervous. You want to be friendly, but professional. You don't want to overshare, but you don't want to be a robot.
The key here is low-stakes, open-ended inquiries. Useful phrases. How's your morning going so far? This gives them a chance to say great or stressful. It is their choice.
Or looking forward, got any plans for the weekend? Or focusing on the immediate grind. How's your workload today?
I also like checking for shared experiences. Did you catch that meeting earlier?
And here's one that's natural but safe. Busy day?
Everyone relates to that one. It is almost a code for, I see you are working hard, and I acknowledge it.
Now, arguably the hardest part of any interaction, the escape. Ending small talk politely and smoothly. There is actually a fear named semi-delirium, which is that specific anxiety of being stuck in a conversation you can't get out of.
Ending conversations is important, especially if you're in a hurry. You need a formula: reason plus future reference plus well-wish.
Try these. Anyway, I should get going. That is the signal. Then follow up with, it was nice talking to you.
Or keep it casual, let's catch up later. Or be respectful of their time, I'll let you get back to your day.
Let's act out a short example of this exit strategy.
So, what are you up to after work?
Not much, just heading home. Anyway, I should get going. Nice talking to you.
You too. See you later.
Clean, respectful, no hurt feelings.
Before we get to our final challenge, let's flag some small talk mistakes to avoid. We talked about Grice's maxims earlier, specifically the maxim of quantity. Do not talk too much, do not talk too little.
Exactly. A few common mistakes. Speaking only about yourself. Giving too many details. Nobody needs to know the medical history of your cat during a coffee break. Also, avoid very negative topics.
And watch out for long pauses. But the biggest one I see with English learners is interviewing the person like a job interview. Question, answer, question, answer. It feels aggressive.
Instead, think of small talk as a ping pong game. Short sentence, short response, small question, short response. Reciprocity is key.
Okay, let's put all these pieces together. Practice Leo and Emma Small Talk Challenge.
We are going to do a full dialogue using everything we learned today. Transitions, reactions, follow-ups, and a polite exit.
Let's do it. Hey, Leo, how's your day going so far?
Pretty good. I grabbed a coffee on the way here. By the way, have you tried that new cafe near the station?
Not yet. Is it any good?
Yeah, it's great. They have amazing pastries.
Oh, wow. That sounds tempting. What did you get?
Just a latte today. I'm trying to cut back on sugar.
Good for you. How's that doing?
Let's just say it's a challenge.
I get it. Anyway, I should start setting up for the meeting.
Sure thing. Nice talking to you.
You too.
Did you catch all the elements there? The by the way transition, the oh wow reaction, the what did you get follow-up.
And that wraps up part 2 of our small talk series. We hope these phrases help you feel more confident and natural when talking to new people.
Practice them in real conversations. That's how small talk becomes easy. It is not about being perfect. It is about that phatic communion, just making the connection.
If you want part 3 with more examples, situations, and real many conversations, just tell us in the comments.
Thanks for tuning in, and see you in the next episode.